Hi guys. We have got just one thing to open tonight, and it is the last of the Bowman Draft that I have hanging around here. It is Bowman Draft Super Jumbo full case that we're going to be opening tonight. We are most likely going to have some unpaid teams, I believe. We'll roll through all of our pre-break information, and then I'll check it again. I was trying to get some of that done tonight before the break using Second Chance, and I did get a couple of things taken care of that way. But right now we do still have some teams setting out there. So if you are one of the people who has not paid there are 5 teams unpaid right now. If you're one of those people and you haven't paid for your teams, please pay for your teams. We don't want to have to sit here and go through all that reselling and stuff. I hit the wrong button. Whoops. I didn't mean to take you to a black screen. Sorry. All right. Before we start ripping into our packs, we do have some info to go over, so let's get rolling with that. Feedback, 100% automated. And that is just simply so you never have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you are going to instantly get positive feedback in return. And of course, the second thing is to say thank you. I do appreciate everyone who bids and breaks and chats and hangs out with me and all that jazz. We're taking a look right now at breaks that are coming up. So this is the stuff that's up and running on eBay right now. We're going to be breaking it over the next 5 days. So tomorrow night, we're going to break another master case of Panini One football. So that's 2 10-box enters for a 20-box master. We had a great time with that last night. It's release night, so I'm super excited to get into that again tomorrow night. We will also open a case of 2011 Crown Royal football tomorrow night. Monday night will be my final case of 2018 limited football and a half case of 2011 Prime Signatures football. On Tuesday, we'll open a Leaf Autograph Multisport jersey, a 3-box case of Onyx Preferred Players Autograph baseballs. If you haven't looked at the checklist for that, you need to. If you like autograph baseballs, the checklist, I think I've maybe got it typed down there in the bottom, at the very, very bottom where I put the manufacturer's description. But also there's a picture of the checklist attached to that auction. You should check it out because it's really got a nice group of signers this year. Also, Tuesday night will be a 6-box case of 2019 Series 1 Jumbo. Base cards don't ship to the teams in that break. Base cards will have its separate bidding category, much like it did tonight for Super Jumbo Draft. Wednesday night is a Leaf Autograph full-size football helmet. Plates and Patches football comes out, and we will open a case of that, along with a half case of Prime Signatures and another 3-box case of Onyx Preferred Players. Thursday, we'll open a Multisport again, another master case of Panini One, and we'll open what I think is the last case I have on hand of Optic Basketball. That is all Thursday night. Now, the info you need to know about tonight. So, 2018 Bowman Draft Super Jumbo is a full case break. It's break number 9. As I'm sure everybody knows because it was blasted all over the listing description. But anyway, in case somehow you didn't read the description at all and missed it, paper-based cards had their own bidding category in here, right? So they don't ship out to the teams. Paper-base all goes to one person, but the teams still get all the chrome cards, numbered cards, autograph cards, inserts, and parallels, which is still, believe me, a lot of cards. Projecting that we'll be able to get this out the door and on the way to you on Tuesday, the 12th. If anything goes haywire, it could possibly slide a day later to Wednesday. If my week goes perfectly, maybe it gets out the door on Monday. But my best guess right now is Tuesday. We don't need to worry about consolation cards because there's tons of cards. Everybody's going to pull some. And we're not ready to look at that yet, I just realized, because we got these unpaid teams to deal with, don't we? So let's go back. Let me check that out, and we'll see who might want to pick up something. Okay, so we have got the Marlins and the Mariners are unpaid. Let's see who else is sitting here unpaid. The Cubs are unpaid, and looks like the Astros and maybe the Dodgers, although a couple of those may be e-checks. So give me a second. And you know, normally, guys, we don't do e-checks with breaks. But from what this looks like, I think at least a couple of these may be e-checks, so give me a second to check that out. What definitely is available that is not an e-check, that would be the Marlins and the Mariners. And let's see what they sold for. The Marlins sold at 45. And let me bring up the Mariners. The Mariners sold at 33 and some change. So if anybody wants either or both, obviously preference is going to go to somebody who wants both of those. But if you want just one of the two, either way works, and possibly these other teams, but let me see what's going on with them, okay? So I'm trying to figure out, this might be, I think this, maybe the Astros and the Dodgers may be the ones on an e-check. So let me find out what's happening with that. Just bear with me. I know this part's a drag, guys. I tried to reach out to underbidders in the hope to get a lot of this done beforehand, because I saw that there were just a massive amount of unpaid teams sitting there tonight. It's crazy. So, yes, I guess the Astros and the Dodgers were paid with an electronic check, which I guess we'll just let ride. But once again, guys, normally, yeah, don't do electronic checks on breaks because, yeah, they take like a week to clear. So don't really, they always look unpaid. So those are off the table. Let's see what's going on here with the Cubs. And it looks like, yeah, the Cubs are probably off the table as well. So Marlins and Mariners, those are the two that have not got anything pending for them that we need to find a home for. Danny, it's your first, Danny was asking what teams. So you guys heard that. So we're good there. Danny wants the Marlins, and that leaves the Mariners. Does anybody want to pick up the Mariners? And Danny, if I type in my email address, are you cool just sending it over by way of PayPal, or do you need me to send you an invoice? And John, this is your first break with me, and we're going to try to find you some fire. You did do us a huge favor, and he picked up one of those unpaid teams before the break. He was one of the underbidders that responded that we got cooked up and taken care of before we got to this point. So we definitely need to find you some fire, John. And so Danny, okay, then here's what I'm going to do, Danny, because I think this is easier. And Griffin, you'll take the Mariners then? Oh, you guys are awesome. Okay, so I am typing in here. Hang on. This is the email that I use for PayPal. You can just send it to that email address. If you could put in the notes what it's for, that would be helpful. But if you don't, that's okay too. I can live with it either way. I'll figure it out after the break, of course. Danny, I'm going to plug you in the spreadsheet for the Marlins. And Griffin, Griffin 1A, I'm plugging you in. Oh, hang on. Hang on. I thought Griffin wanted the Mariners, but he doesn't. Griffin, I think Danny was saying either or in regard to the way the payment went, right? Like whether I sent him an invoice or he paid me. I don't think he meant either or on the team. So do you still want the Mariners or no? Because Danny's gotten the Marlins and they were at 45. And the Mariners you're asking about, hang on here, guys. The Mariners, I'm waiting for eBay to cooperate with me. The Mariners, 33.66. Yes, Danny, I definitely have you down for the Marlins. Just let me know, please, sir, when you have got the PayPal part of it taken care of. I'm updating the spreadsheet right now to plug your name in there. So that part will be taken care of. And then that just leaves us with the Mariners if anybody's going to pick them up or not pick them up or whatever we got going on there. Griffin, you do still want the Mariners? Okay, awesome, man. Then I know you've got my PayPal info, but just in case you didn't, well, you know, it's typed in there, so you should be in good shape too. Let me plug you in then for the Mariners. And thank you guys. I appreciate you picking them up. I know it is a pain in the patootie when we have to start out this way. I don't like it either. All right, let's get the Mariners plugged in. That is Griffin. If I can do it without a typo, which, you know, you guys know, trying to type on the fly is not my strong suit, is it? But nonetheless, I think we've about got the spreadsheet accomplished. Okay. All right, so Griffin, your PayPal is good. Danny, just let me know, sir, when you are good to go, and we'll start cracking on this. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and take a look at this part of the spreadsheet. So this is going to be a 6-box case of 2018 Bowman Draft Baseball Super Jumbo. It is break number 9. Of course, it ended tonight on eBay, which is the 9th of February. And team names are on the left. Winning bidders are across from it there on the right-hand side. And, of course, our second chance teams that you guys were kind enough to pick up, the Marlins, the Mariners, and the Cardinals, all with their updated information here. And then our other teams that were sitting unpaid tonight, looks like they are on e-checks, so we're going to let those ride. And paper base, once again, its own bidding category, and that's who has it. So all the paper base going to one person who's going to have a massive amount of cards heading their way. Last but not least, you will notice that the background is going to go slightly out of focus here. And the reason for that is because I don't use autofocus. I manually set it so we can look at the cards up really closely, because that's kind of how I like to do it. Oh, look out. You're going to hear it feel a little earth. The earth's going to move here. A little camera shake. This case is very heavy. So whenever I set it down on the table, you pretty well guarantee that the camera gets a little crazy on me for a few minutes. Oh. Okay, so I'm assuming probably the majority of you have opened this product before. So I'm going to assume that most of you probably know how it works. But in case you don't, we're looking to find 5 autographs per box in here. And there's also, you know, plenty of inserts and chrome cards and numbered cards and all that. We'll look through our first couple of packs, or our first pack probably. We'll look through it and look at all the cards in it. Then I'm going to show you how they're set up. And then once you kind of get a feel for how they're set up, after that, then we're going to buzz right through and kind of go to the, what I'm going to call the juicy Tootsie Roll center of the pack. And we won't look at like every single base card after I do like to always show the first couple of packs though, so that you have a feel for it. And you understand how it's constructed, because you know Topps always constructs these jumbos and super jumbo packs pretty much the exact same way every time. Latchman's here. Hey, Latch. And Danny, that is perfect, man. I just, you know, always ask if you guys put something in the notes just so it helps me when I'm sorting it out. But sometimes, you know, people can't find where to put the notes. And when you don't, that's okay too. But when you do, it is helpful. So I appreciate that. All right, guys. So each pack's going to look a lot like this. There's a bunch of paper base, which we won't be looking at in future packs because, again, it goes to its own bidding category. Then we have a handful of chrome cards. These are sorted out to the teams, of course. The first group of chrome cards that we encounter here are not refractors. We will encounter some others that are refractors here after we look through our inserts. Of course, all the inserts go to the teams as well. These, of course, that's a facsimile signature. I'm assuming everyone probably knows that, but on the off chance that you don't, that's how that works. Franchise futures. Then our chrome cards that are inserts. Pagan, Medina, and Kalinick, and Ehrman in this case. So that's how each one of these packs is constructed. Then everything else, paper-based the rest of the way through. So now that you have kind of an idea of how they work, we're not going to look through every paper base. We're going to cut right into the little juicy middle. Latch, you tried to get the Tigers, but you got outbid tonight. Well, you know what? It's probably getting a little more scarce as far as breaks for Bowman Draft, because it's been a bit, of course, since it was released. I just am always a little slower to break mine because I mix in other things in between. I don't always break everything just boom, 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 one right after the other. So that's why sometimes mine tend to drag out a little bit, but then there's probably not as many people with Bowman Draft listed right now as there were, say, 2-3 weeks ago. So that's probably why the bidding was a little more spirited. First autograph that we see tonight is for the Milwaukee Brewers. That is Bryce Turang. There's a little Carter Kieboom, and who is that right there? Brian well, I'm going to butcher it. McKenna and Jaron Kendall. Yeah, we all know that I am terrible with the name pronunciation. I think we can all agree upon that. Can you all believe how close we are to spring training? Right around the corner. And just like last year, still so many unsigned. I mean, it's... You know, when they do that next, that's the last paper, when they do that next CBA, you know there's going to be some serious player payback to owners when it comes time to negotiate next, because this has been a couple years in a row where free agency has been a hot mess, and you better believe the players are going to remember that when they're negotiating. There's Jonathan India for my Cincinnati Reds. That is our first color out tonight. It is numbered to 250. Anytime we see that purple, it's going to be to 250. And there are refractors, Ellis and, Sean Weimer, sorry, Greiner and Sanchez. And that's all paper base from there. Griffin, you tried to get the Reds tonight, and you had no luck with the Reds. Yeah, I tell you what, the Reds and Bowman are hard to get. And most other breaks, you know, we can get by without too much trouble when you're a Reds fan because, well, Reds haven't been very good in a long time. But when it comes to Bowman, we have a nice farm system. So, you know, doesn't always come cheap in Bowman. And I don't remember if I said hi to you earlier, Mickey. I was busy trying to get those teams reassigned. If I miss saying hi to you, hi, Mickey. This is Dane Dunning. That is green paper to 99. Our refractors coming through, or non-refractors rather, our chrome non-refractors coming right now. Another insert, and some of these inserts, like the one that's in my hand, has two different teams on it. So it's going to have to sit over there in the housekeeping area, and we divvy those up at the end of the break. I use random.org, and it will either go to the team on the right-hand side or the team on the left-hand side of the card. So we'll figure those out at the end. Logan Gilbert, Seattle Mariners. Look at that. Mojo paying you back for picking up that unsold team. Brewers, the A's, the Angels, and the Braves were our refractors. So that's how that's going. Did I ask? You're saying Latchman? Do I have any more Bowman? No, I don't. This is the last of the Bowman draft. But of course, we'll have 2019 Bowman. That'll come in, oh boy. I wish I could remember the calendar better. I don't remember exactly when it comes out, but we got a couple months probably, and we'll have 2019 Bowman headed our way. But this is the last of 2018 Bowman that I have. No more Bowman's Best, no more draft. All my Bowman is going goodbye after this tonight. Of course, until 2019 Bowman shows up, which is not too far out of the calendar. We should see that. The Detroit Tigers to 250, Alex Fado. We'll franchise futures insert, and our refractors are the White Sox, the Brewers, the Mariners, and the Royals. Griffin, you said you got to break the bank tomorrow night. You talking about Panini One? Man, I love that product. You know, I've been talking to you guys about it and saying from the marketing materials that I thought it looked to be pretty cool. But you never kind of know until you get it in your hand and see what it's like. But I'm going to tell you what, I really did like that product a lot. Tampa Bay Rays, there's Matthew Liberatore. That's nice, to $4.99. That is paper for the Rays. And I think I got, I want to say I ended up with maybe 5 master cases of Panini One. I had tried to order about 8 cases, and of course, you know the deal. They never give you what you actually want. They always allocate you for less. Bowman Sterling Continuity, we have ourselves Ryan Weathers and the Padres on that one. Those come out, I don't know, a handful in this case, not an extraordinary amount. Jordan Adams, we have a little purple parallel autograph for the Angels, numbered to 250. And there's Eloy, he should be coming up soon. Mike Ciani, Ruiz, and Dane Dunning, our refractors out of that pack. So yeah, it was a pretty nice product, I think, Griffin. So I really am excited to see what all we get in that. And in fact, you know, I thought about breaking it up into some 10-box cases because, you know, honestly, it would last longer if we broke them as 10-box inners. And then I just thought, no, I'm having too much fun breaking them as full. So we're going to keep breaking them as the 20-box masters and rocking on with it. Keep on rolling. The Diamondbacks to 499, Matt Mercer. Here come our chrome. You know, there still ends up being, I counted it up at one point how much it was, but it's a lot. There's still probably, I don't know, maybe 1,700 cards or so that actually go to the teams, even without the paper base going to teams. So you still get a tremendous pile of cards anytime you're in a break of Super Jumbo. Jared Kelenic and the Mets, that was another one of our Bowman Sterling Continuity. That, of course, one of our 2-team cards, going to hang right up there in the housekeeping area. Tampa Bay Rays, Tanner Dodson refractor autograph to 447. Is that what that says? It does say 447. That's really weird. Why is it to 447? I don't know. Sanchez for the Phillies, Cortez Sanchez for the Rays, and 1 for the Indians in our refractors. I got to tell you, I was surprised that the Phillies traded Sanchez. I mean, he's definitely their #1 pitching prospect. And, I mean, I kind of think he was their #1 overall prospect. I might be wrong on that, but I kind of think he was their #1 prospect overall, period. So I was a little surprised to see him go, but I guess they really wanted Realmuto, so they shipped him out, but wow, that's probably sad for that kid too, man. He's going from the Phillies down to the Marlins. Is probably like, I don't want to go there. You know, he's probably like, no, stay with the Phillies. Maybe not. He can probably start faster down there. Luken Baker, that is to 150. Our first blue of the night, headed to the St. Louis Cardinals. Franchise futures, and then here come our refractors. Marlins, the Diamondbacks, there's a little Nolan Gorman refractor, and then of course O'Neill Cruz for Pittsburgh. We got to find that, we have to find that Nolan Gorman ink for you, though. That's the deal. You were kind enough to pick that one up on Second Chance through eBay, and we've got to make the mojo help you out, right? And then we need to do, we already found some Mariners, so that we got Griffin covered. And we've got to work a little mojo for Danny too, because Danny helped us out and picked up the Marlins. So we got to work a little love in there for him too. All right, what else have we got that we can find here in box number 1? Ooh, I see some gold coming our way. I always like to see the gold. It is one Brady Singer, Kansas City Royals, numbered to 50. So nice hit for KC with the Brady Singer. We have A's, Padres, Blue Jays, and Mets, our refractors. I'm trying to make different piles over here. I'm doing a very poor job of it, I think. But I was trying to keep different piles of various things in case we wanted to recap something other than just the numbered things and the autographs. But I think I've kind of messed up my piles a little bit. But obviously we can... I haven't messed up the numbered pile or the autograph pile. I just usually try to keep like refractors separate from non-refractors and Bowman Sterling separate and all that. Because you never know when somebody's going to ask to see something. That is to 250. It is Mark Vientos for the Mets. Purple, and it was paper. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Hang on now. Carter Kieboom tried to run away from me there. And he doesn't seem to be any worse for the wear. I always like to check them out if they try to escape. But he didn't manage to get far, and he seems to be no worse for the wear. Headed over here to housekeeping, and the Diamondbacks have themselves an autograph with Alek Thomas. Refractors, also Diamondbacks, Levi Kelly. Kansas City Royals, Diamondbacks again. Wow, Matt Mercer and Calvin Coker for the A's. It's like a little pack of Diamondbacks, wasn't it? The love for Arizona. I don't know. I'm trying to make this like feel like I'm not so boxed in. I don't know how to explain it to you other than like when there's these giant boxes and they're everywhere. They just they don't make me claustrophobic. It's not claustrophobic, but because it's, you know, open around me. But I don't know. I don't like them all stacked right there. So I'm trying to rearrange them so I see some open space. There's our empty box. Save the little piece of styrofoam that they put in there. And you know, I've also never understood why they attach them that way. Like, why can't you just make them like this and seal them up? But who knows? Who knows? Bowman is one of my favorite products. I love all Bowman. You all, most, maybe all of you know, I love the prospecting. So anytime Bowman anything comes available, I usually buy a pretty good amount of it, however much they'll let me, typically. Pretty bad, right? When you have to beg to spend money. You gotta beg these distributors. Oh, please let me buy it. Please, please. It's crazy. No other business in the world, right? Or hobby. Lolo Sanchez for the Pirates. King Griner for the Orioles. There's Delgado for the Indians. And there's Sean Jelly. Yay, Sean Jelly for the Giants. Sean Jelly, I like that kid. Pitched for my alma mater, the University of Kentucky. And actually, he's from this area, too. Not just, you know, pitched there, but like actually from here. So I really want him to do well. Of course, it's going to be hard for me to get much with the Giants out of 2019 Bowman. You know why? Because everybody's going to be after Joey Bart. And I'm just going to have to probably buy my little Sean Jellies on the secondary market, aren't I? There's Nick Madrigal on a Bowman Sterling continuity for the White Sox. 2-team card headed to housekeeping, followed by a little Parker Meadows autograph for the Detroit Tigers, which is not wanting to cooperate with me at the moment. I think that's user error trying to get the sleeve open. The Braves, the Angels, the A's, and the Indians, our refractors. Fortunately, I can do a lot of things left-handed. I'm not solely right-handed. In fact, some things I kind of almost prefer left-handed. So I can operate the sleeves left-handed, but sometimes there is still a little user error in there. All right, where's our little center? There it is. The happy center of the pack. Do you hear my cats down there? They're into it about something. I don't know if you can, I don't know how much the microphone picks it up, but they're definitely down there having at it for something. Jonathan India insert for my Cincinnati Reds. You know I had to call that out because it's, you know, my Reds. There's Medina, Griffin for the Blue Jays. Ooh, they're really getting into it now. Feltman for the Red Sox. And Parker Meadows for the Tigers. It's that kitten, man. It's that kitten we found. Well, he's not a kitten anymore, but he's the one we found last year. Well, technically, I guess he was a year old, like in about November of 18. So I guess we actually found him in November of 17. Is that right? Yeah, I guess so, because he's about a year old. Anyway, we found him outside, wandering around, sick and hungry, whatever. We nursed him back to health, couldn't find him a home. He lives here now, but he causes all kinds of trouble. Villa and the Padres, that is numbered to 99. It is a green paper parallel. So I guarantee you that is him down there starting something with his brother. We had a brother and sister cat that we already had that were strays. That's what happens when you back up to a park, FYI. People come and dump their pets, and then they show up on your back door. So, and then you end up with, yeah, that's how it happens. Ryan Rollison, Colorado Rockies. I like his signature. It's nice. It's big. It's semi-legible. I think I'm a fan of that sig. Grant Little, Chris Paddock, Nick Solik, and Matt Manning refractors. Isn't this so much better when you don't have to look through all the base? Yes, yes it is. It definitely is. Take my word for it. That's why it's always better to have paper base, just have its own category. Plus you get your cards faster. Because probably they would have to lock me up and institutionalize me for an extended period of time if I had to sort all however many thousand cards to the teams in this break. I'm just kidding, but sorting is not my favorite thing. This is Bobby Bradley. We have some more gold. It's to 50. That is for the Cleveland Indians. I love the breaking. I don't mind the listing. I don't mind the shipping. The only thing I don't love is the sorting. Yeah, that's terrible. But you gotta do a little bit of the stuff that's not as much fun to get to the stuff that is fun. And last of our paper. First up, Rockies to 499. That is paper. Here's our chrome. I'm going to be kind of sad to see Bowman Draft go, though. I will rather miss knowing that I have some waiting down there. It's always a little melancholy when the last of the Bowman goes. But this is nice. We have a Blue Wave Tim Cate for the Nationals, numbered to 150. Like those Blue Wave autographs. The Rays, the Giants, the Marlins, and the Twins refractors. So how many of you set build? How many of you guys actually try to make sets out of things? And how many of you really just care about only the hits? I'm guessing that probably a lot of you just are interested more in the hits and the parallels, not so much in the base. Other than, of course, the person who bought the base. But there are some that do both, that like to set build and still go after the hits in other breaks. The Yankees, Medina to 250. There's O'Neill Cruz. There's another Nolan Gorman refractor, Tim Cate, and Adam Hazley. I don't think I would have the patience to set build. I read an article on the Beckett website. It's been a while ago now, probably a couple years ago. But they were interviewing someone who, that's what he did. I guess still does. And he would talk about how he would buy, say, 50 cases of Heritage. This is the Cubs, Cole Roederer, and that is numbered to 250. It's paper. And then how when it would come in, you know, how many hours and days and weeks it would take for him, and he would get all of his friends and family to come over, and they would, you know, have to open all of that, which, as you can imagine, just knowing how long it takes to open one case, how long it would take to open that many, how long it took them just to get it all opened, and then they had to sort it, and then they had to make the sets with it. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I could not do that. Tampa Bay Rays, it is Shane McClanahan. But I mean, that guy loved it, you know. He really enjoyed doing it and looked forward to it. But he talked about, you know, how many hours it took, and I just thought, wow, I could not imagine opening that volume and sorting that much. But I guess there probably are still a lot of people who want to buy just sets already, you know, collated, right? I assume there must be, or he wouldn't do it. All right, there is Alec for the Phillies with a nice little refractor in there. And is that an image variation for him? That might be an image variation for Alec. I'm not 100% sure if it is, but it might be. There's Kalenic insert and another insert. Our refractors are for the Indians. There's Bo Bichette and Woods Richards, Simeon Woods Richardson. I'll get it out in a minute. And Kayvon Jackson, our last refractor. Here's something really loud. It sounds like a jet plane outside the front door. I don't know what it actually is, but it's quite loud, whatever it is. For the Oakland A's, that is Greg Deichmann to 499. I see another wave shimmering back there that we're going to be coming up on. Gold wave, no less, it looks like. That's what I'm talking about. It is a gold wave Ryan Weathers autograph to 50 for the San Diego Padres. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. And we have the Mets, Diamondbacks, Marlins, and Angels, the refractors. All right, so we are, what, 2 boxes in, right? Yeah, 2. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. I lost track there for a minute. That whatever that sound is outside is like killing me. I don't know what it is, and it's distracting me because now I'm thinking, what is that? Why do I hear that sound, and is something going to explode out in the street or what? I don't know. I gotta quit worrying about it though, don't I? Yes, I need to quit thinking about it. All right, give me 1 second. I'm rearranging my piles here a slight little bit. And now we're going to be good to go. Latchman, you said, is Bowman the true rookie card? Oh, boy. Now, you can ask 10 people that and probably get at least 5 of them thinking one way and 5 of them thinking the other. That's a big debate, Latch. Everybody kind of has their own opinion about it. So there's a whole lot of people that will say this is the rookie card. The first Bowman is technically the rookie card. Then there's the whole other group of people who will say there's no way that that is the true rookie card, that the rookie card is really only the one that has the little RC on it. And of course that would come out the year that they get called up, typically, or at least the year they're projected to be called up. Doesn't always work out that way. We've seen that in the past. So that is a question of great debate. And as I said, you can probably ask 10 people and half of them are going to tell you one thing and half of them are going to tell you another. So I think it's probably a little of either. Griffin, your internet went down? Oh, brother. What? I've got weird buzzing outside. You've got your internet going down? That is... What is going on, man? This is Grayson Rodriguez. It is numbered to 150 for the Orioles. Yeah, I don't know what in the heck. But at least whatever's happening outside of my house here seems to have stopped. The loud noise, anyway, has stopped. So whatever it was, hopefully is done. But it was a really unusual sound, like not a traffic sound or even an idling kind of sound. I don't know what it was. Very weird. All right, we have another Bowman Sterling continuity, and it is my man, Jonathan India. Griffin, no, the Wildcats didn't lose. Heck no, we didn't lose. We won today, baby. Now, maybe not the prettiest of wins, you know, when you're up by like 17, 18 points and you manage to let the other team then get back down with them 1 or 2, and then you have to really work hard to win by 7 or 8. I'm going to call it an ugly win, but we didn't lose anyway, no. Brady Singer for the Kansas City Royals. Why? Are you thinking that somebody's burning the city down because UK lost? Is that what you were thinking outside my door? It's a riot because UK lost. It could be. You never know. But we didn't lose, so, you know. Not today, anyway. But they are maddeningly inconsistent, that team. I mean, they're winning, but yet they're winning in such an ugly fashion and such a state of disarray that most of the time I'm just, you know, I don't know. I think they're capable of a lot better play than what we've seen, but yet what is it going to take for them to play that way all the time, every day? Don't know. I wish I did. I imagine Coach Cal wishes he did too. This one is numbered. It is to 250, but regardless, it still has to go up here in our housekeeping area because once again, we do have 2 different teams on the card. So it is going to be right up there awaiting us. Griffin. Griffin says he's not going to say anything bad about the Wildcats basically because I have control of his cards. Hey, man, you know better than that. Listen, I can take it. I know when my teams are not good, and I will admit it. I'm not one of those people who's going to freak out on you if you say my team blows. Now, I may try to defend them, depending on whether or not they're deserving of being defended. But I'm not going to, like, freak out and lose my mind on you. Not like the Steelers player who broke, or Steelers fan who broke his own television when the Patriots won the Super Bowl. Why would you break your own television? How dumb. To $499 for the Mets, Adam Hill. And it's like, yeah, that really shows those New England Patriots. I just broke my own big screen television that I can now pay to replace. What an idiot. I mean, there's passion, and then there's kind of borderline stupidity. So I'm just saying. For the Tigers, oh, that's nice. It is Cody Clemens, numbered to 250. And you know, Cody got beat up recently, apparently. Did you all read about that? Cody and his friend were in some bar somewhere, either in it or trying to get in it. I don't know. Anyway, I think a bouncer worked him over pretty good and tossed him out onto the street. But then yet, I believe they also somehow ended up getting arrested, maybe? But also the ones who were beat up? I don't know. I didn't pay as close of attention to that story as I could. I just know, I think it was Big Daddy Roger had to come down there and get little Cody and his friend out of whatever mess they had managed to get themselves in. So, Griffin, you grew up watching the Dayton Flyers. Well, that's all right. I got no problem with the Dayton Flyers. Jared Kalenic and the Mets on that insert. We have a purple coming out for the Brewers. Micah Bello to 250. There's Wong and Jeffers, Weathers, and Bukowskis for our refractors. Yeah, I watched, of course, we were a UK household for college sports. And we were definitely a Cincinnati Reds household for baseball. But I did get off the train a little bit for football. My dad really likes the Colts. That was kind of his team. And I just was never that much of a Colts fan, you know. I was always just more of a Steelers fan. So I didn't follow the family tradition on that one, but most of the rest I did. Greg Deichmann to 250 for the Oakland A's. But I think that's how it works probably for a lot of people, you know. It's whatever you grow up watching is kind of your team to a certain extent. Even as you become an adult, you usually hang on to your childhood teams, I think, a lot of times. The Marlins, yay, we did get you a little Marlin mojo. Will Banfield comes out. So now the Mariners have had some mojo, and the Marlins, and I think we had a little for the Cardinals too, so not too shabby for those of you who picked up our unpaid teams, so thank you. I know, Danny, right? Danny was sitting there thinking, man, where's my mojo? How come I haven't seen my mojo yet? But we got it there. We got it there. It just was hiding from us for a minute. But we still have a ways to go, too. I mean, we're not anywhere near being done yet. So we got plenty more good stuff to find. There's Alec and a Bowman Sterling continuity for the Phillies. And another Jonathan India insert. There's our first sparkle of the night for the Phillies. Medina, Adonis Medina. I think we'll put our sparkle in with our numbered. That's worthy of being recapped. Marlins, Twins, Padres, and Tigers. I think I saw Latchman say a minute ago he was watching 47 Ronin. I think I looked over there and saw that, and then I got distracted by something, and I didn't ever bring it up. But isn't that samurai movie with Keanu Reeves? Or am I thinking of something completely different? If it is that samurai movie, I didn't watch that movie. Jordan Adams, that's to 499 for the Angels. I haven't really watched much of any movies in a while. I have stuff playing in the background a lot, you know, if I'm sorting or shipping or things, but I don't really, like, kind of sit and watch it, you know what I mean? So I guess I have half-watched some things. This is Cole Winn for the Texas Rangers. It is numbered to 499, a refractor autograph. Padres, Giants, Royals, and Cardinals refractors. So Anthony Davis got booed down at a home game. It was the most bizarre thing. They booed him during introductions, his own fans. Because, of course, obviously, I think they're a little bitter over the fact that he said he wants to be traded. Understandable, I guess, sort of. But anyway, so they boo him during introductions, and then they boo him when he touches the ball, but then every time he scores, they cheer for him. So, like, is that a little bit of mixed message there, NOLA fans? You know, what's going on? You hate the guy except when he does something for you, maybe? Tigers, the Indians, the Yankees, and the A's. I mean, the reality of it is, he's probably, I guess at this point, he's going to be there through the end of this season, and technically he could be there even next season, but I don't think he will be. I think they will trade him over the summer, but it's you know, interesting that they would decide to boo him. I mean, no matter what happens, the guy has played there since 2012, and he's been really good for them. It's to 99 Will Banfield green paper. And good to them, and giving back to the community. And, you know, he's been a nice young man. And as soon as he says, hey, basically, I want to go win a championship, and I don't think I can do it here, then they all hate him. It's kind of sad. Jake Wong for the San Francisco Giants. But they haven't taken to jersey burning yet, I don't think. Anyway, a la LeBron James, part 1 out of Cleveland. Part 2, they were a little more gracious because they had their championship by then. But part 1, yeah, they were pretty righteous up there too. So Latch, you said it's a good movie? And Mickey says it's a BA movie, which means a bad you-know-what movie, I think. Bad A movie. You know, I try not to cuss in the breaks because, you know, it's still early enough in the evening where you could have kids around. And I just don't think you need to be throwing around all kinds of stuff on things where kids might watch. Not for me, I mean, saying out loud. Now, obviously, type into chat, whatever, but I'm saying, in terms of what I say out loud, I try to moderate it. But I have not ever seen that movie. But it is the one I'm thinking about, though, yeah, guys? The samurai movie with Keanu Reeves? Or not? We have a lot of movies in Vudu. I don't know how many of you do digital movies. You know, where like if you buy the physical media, it has the code in it, and then you can have a digital version of it that you own as well. Well, we have a big collection of digital movies from, I used to know someone who owned a video store, and I would buy those digital codes from him. And of course, we would redeem some, and then we would trade some to build our collection. So we've got a ton of stuff digitally, and I might even have that movie digitally if it's the one with Keanu Reeves, but I've never watched it. There's a nice one for the Red Sox. It is to go gold to 50 paper with Tristan Casas. So I'll have to go see if we have that. I mean, not right now, obviously, but I will have to check that out if we do have it, upon your all's recommendation. Kansas City Royals, Daniel Lynch. Got Mets, Twins, Tigers, and Indians. I've actually still got a ton of movies and TV shows that I need to list. We used to deal a bit in some of that a few years back. Sell a lot of Blu-ray and DVD and TV shows. Most of it even not even watched. We just wanted the codes out of it or whatever. We've got a ton of that around here. And I listed some of it not too long ago and sold through some and then didn't really have time to do any more. But eventually you'll see some of that pop up on my eBay thread. Movies. For the Pirates, that is numbered to 99. It is Grant. See, pronounce it Coke. Sometimes when you see that, it's pronounced Coke. Sometimes when you see it, it's pronounced Koch. I don't know which he is. And we all know how horrible I am at name pronunciation now, don't we? All right, we need to see that Nolan Gorman come out of here, don't we? Conjure up Nolan Gorman. Meanwhile, we do have Grayson Janista to 499 for the Braves paper. A Bowman Sterling Continuity Brady Singer for the Kansas City Royals. Another up here into housekeeping. The Angels, Jordan Adams. I think that might be your second Jordan Adams autograph for the Angels tonight, maybe. Of course, we do recap it, so we'll be able to take a look at it at the end of the break and know for sure. Our refractors out of that pack. All right, where's our middle? Nope, nope, nope. Wow, I cut the deck way wrong on that one. Yeesh. Got way off the mark. And there's Ryan Weathers again. A little insert for the Padres. Future. Pavin Smith, Ryder Green, Ford Proctor, and Lindsey Delgado. I just think Ryder Green is the coolest name ever for a baseball player. I don't know why. I just think it's extremely cool. I like Ryder Green, and I like Steel Walker. He sounds like he should be an like a B-movie action star. Steel Walker. Yeah, well, anyway. I know, I digress. Well, you guys aren't chatting with me, so then my mind wanders. I don't know what to tell you. That's what happens. If you don't keep me occupied in chat, my mind wanders into all kinds of crazy spaces. But this is a nice hit for my Cincinnati Reds. It is Jonathan India. Cincy in the house. Mets, Angels, Pirates, and Rangers. And Jay Allen's not here. He wasn't here last night. He didn't come chat tonight either. I don't think Greg's not chatting tonight. Greg's not here, I don't guess. I know, you guys have left me to entertain myself. And you never know what's going to come out of that. Indeed. Oh, there's Alec. Finally, some more color. Purple Indians to 250. Ponticello, or Ponticelli, rather. I think Celli, not Cello. Padres, Twins, Braves, and Giants. Griffin, you need a Seattle Mariners autograph to 10 white sparkle. What? Wait. Oh, wild. I thought that said white. It says, while I'm wandering. Okay. You mean while I'm just kind of wandering around amusing myself mentally? You mean while I'm mentally wandering? I know. I am wandering around, aren't I? That is numbered to 250 for the Rockies. It is paper. Yeah. Ooh, a redemption. So the redemption right here, face down, it stays because I am cruel and evil. I know, it is cruel and unusual punishment, but here's what happens. We flip it over at the very end of the break, along with any other redemptions that we might find between now and then. Until such time as that, it stays here in our little housekeeping area. And once we flip it, of course, we'll probably, after that, we'll probably know what team it is, but we still go to the Topps website and verify the team anyway. We have not been pulling a lot of redemptions out of Bowman Draft. So I don't even know who that might be. I'm trying to even remember who we saw last as a redemption in Bowman Draft. This is a white sparkle, or just sparkle rather. Sorry, Panini calls it white sparkle. It is sparkle, White Sox, Lindsey Delgado. It's Red Sox, Rays, Cubs, and White Sox. Oh, some blue. And it is Brandon Marsh for the Angels, paper to 150. So who do you think is, this is off the subject but of baseball, but who do you think is going to be the Hard Knocks team in football? I think it's going to be the Raiders in the upcoming year. Ooh, this is a nice hit. Casey Mize, green to 99. I hope Latchman's not watching right now because that'll make him really sad. But that's a very nice hit for the Tigers with Casey Mize. It will make him sad because he tried to get it earlier. So that Alec that I thought was an image variation earlier, in fact, was, I believe, an image variation. The one that I said I think it is, I believe it was, because I think that was our standard image that we just saw right there. So that would most likely mean the other was our short print like I thought. Now my question is, where did I put it? I want to see if I put it where we can recap it. Hang on a minute. No, I don't think I did. I bet I stacked it over with the regular stuff. Daggone it, why'd I do that? Hang on one second, guys. I want to see if I did put it separate. Oh, I did. Okay, it's right there. So I don't know. One of them is the image variation. I think it is the one that I called out earlier that I thought was the variation. That's backed paper. So now I did put it where we can recap it anyway. I just wanted to find it before it got buried under any more Chrome cards, you know. There's your empty. Save the piece of styrofoam empty other than that. So this is the next to last box that we're starting on right now. Not quite to the last box mojo yet. There's another sparkle. This one is for the Yankees. It's Josh Breaux. So we've done pretty well with our sparkles. What's that, the third one, I think? I think it is. Astros, Tigers, Padres, and Indians. I saw my numbers from one of my distributors. He knew they were bad, so he was like a little coward, and he emailed them to me instead of calling me for Inception this year. And he actually gave me less Inception this year than I've had in the last 2 years, but yet I spent probably from 2017 to 2018, my spending with him probably increased by 30% or more, and he cut the amount of Inception I got. I was so mad. I'm still so mad. But yeah, so that means I'll have to be rounding up some Inception on secondary market for us in a few months. I mean, I have some coming, you know, like 6 or 7 cases, but nowhere near what we should have. Jared Kelenic to 499 for the Mets. That's a nice little refractor autograph hit for the Mets. There's the Blue Jays, the Marlins, the Rangers, and the Brewers. Yeah, I just don't understand how they do some of that stuff. I don't know how you justify cutting someone's allocation numbers when they keep spending more and more and they give you less and less. Like, you know, it's basically just kind of saying, oh, we value new business more than yours, so we're going to take it away from you and give it to the new customers. Like, what? Oh, that's a cutthroat business. You wouldn't think so, but it is. Trading cards is like a cutthroat business. Probably like a trading card mafia somewhere. I just don't know about where it is. This is number 250, Cubbies, Brennan Davis. Yeah, somebody out there shaking people down. Hey, you want better allocations? Come see me. Pay me some extra money. Will influence your allocations. I tell you, crazy. Okay. Green parallel to 99 Brewers. And another Bowman Sterling continuity. Grayson Rodriguez for the Baltimore Orioles. I may as well just leave that set right where it is because I see a gold wave. Yes, I do. It is Jason Schroeder. This is our second gold wave autograph out of this case. And then we had the one blue wave as well, and then the 2 gold waves. So not too bad in that regard. Always like seeing the gold wave autos make an appearance. All right, give me 1 second. My sorting mat over here is getting kind of full, and I want to just scoot some of this a little bit to make a little space for this box and a half or whatever that we've got left. All right, there we go. Now we got a little more space to work with. There's actually quite a bit of space over there. I just didn't have it spaced out very well, I think. I always forget how many cards are in here. I mean, I don't forget, but yet I do. I start stacking them and then you realize, oh yeah, this is a lot more cards than just about anything else you open. Brewers, White Sox, Twins, and Royals. That's the Giants, Ramos. It is paper, and it is numbered to 499. I do wonder what my Cincinnati Reds are going to be like this year. I mean, they had all those free agent signings, and one would hope that they're going to pay off. But I still think it was such a strange strategy because so many of them, we've only got them for 1 year, and then they're going to be free agents again. And I just don't understand some of the rationale with what the front office does there in Cincinnati. Jason Schroeder for the Houston Astros. Angels, Indians, Red Sox, and Yankees refractors. Oh, Latch, you saw that Casey Mize. See, I was kind of hoping you didn't because I thought it would make you sad. So I was hoping that you were watching your movie and you didn't see it. Because I didn't want to make you sad because I knew you were trying to get the Tigers tonight. Well, at least you've gotten some good Casey Mize out of various things, out of various Bowman in the last few months. I mean, I know we've hit him for you a few different times out of various products, so at least we have found some for you when you have had the Tigers. But still, I know it's terrible when you try to get them and you get outbid and then you see really good stuff come out, because I've had that happen to me before too, so I feel you. Padres, the Mets, the Rangers, and the Reds. Did you have the Tigers in the case before? I didn't remember. In the last, because it's been what, I don't know, a week or two since we did the last case of Bowman Draft. Week, 10 days, something like that. Yeah, I can't, honestly, I don't even remember what came out of that last case. This is Albert Abreu to 250. It is paper for the Yankees. And we have a Bowman Sterling Continuity, Casey Mize for the Tigers. Oh, you got a blue wave? Okay, well, I mean, that's still good. Yeah, I mean, a blue wave is still excellent, man. That's a very good hit. Oh, Ryder Green himself comes out for the New York Yankees. Our refractors are Braves, Pirates, Astros, and Indians. Oh, you got a blue wave tonight. Gotcha. Okay, sorry. I thought you were saying that we pulled you a blue wave Casey Mize in something. See, I lost track of what you were telling me there for a minute, didn't I? Sorry about that. This insert for Grayson Rodriguez and the Orioles, and then we have the Padres with Josh Naylor /99 green. Giants, Pirates, Diamondbacks refractors. Oh, we've hit some Kansas City for you tonight. Yeah, we've already hit some Royals. We hit Brady Singer autograph, and I think some Brady Singer parallels too. I'm pretty sure some parallels too. But yeah, Royals, we've hit some Royals tonight. I'm pretty sure. The Mets with Cortez. He has an interesting autograph, and kind of also, it's like, I don't know, kind of trying to run off the edge of the card there too. So Orioles, Yankees, Angels, and Angels. All right, we are in last box mojo mode now. So this is the last box of the last case of 2018 Bowman Draft. So we got to collectively fire up our mojo and try to conjure up the big hits here. Of course, we do still have the redemption sitting there waiting, and then we'll flip that, of course, at the end. Find out who's going to get lucky on that one. I see a sparkle. You can see the edges of them kind of calling out to you, right? It is for the Toronto Blue Jays, and I wish it had been Baby Vlad. You probably do too, but it's not Baby Vlad. It is Nate Pearson. But still, good to have the sparkle regardless. White Sox, Diamondbacks, Indians, Angels, Joe Adell on the refractor. And there is a Kansas City Royal. Speaking of Latchman, there's Jackson Kowar for you on a blue paper /150. I don't know what I was trying to do right there. I was getting ready to just like set all the chrome off to the side and go to the hit. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. No, we can't do that. We have to look at the chrome. I know, I was getting ahead of myself, wasn't I? I saw the blue edge, I'll admit it. I wanted to go see who it was. The Miami Marlins hit another one, blue /150, Tristan Pompey. So another good mojo hit there for someone who was kind enough to pick up one of the unpaid teams. Still need to find that Nolan Gorman, though. I need to try to conjure up Nolan Gorman here out of this last box. Jesus Luzardo for the A's, 250, purple parallel. I know, Danny, the Marlins worked out all right for you tonight, didn't they? That ended up being a solid pickup for you. Nationals, Angels, Pirates, and Rays. For the Rangers, Cole Winn to 250. This one is paper. Bowman Sterling continuity. Travis Swaggerty. I like that kid. Pittsburgh Pirates. Yeah, I think that kid, I expect that kid to be pretty good. I guess everybody does, or he wouldn't have been drafted as high as he was. Logan Gilbert, Mariners. I think this might be the second Logan Gilbert autograph as well, if I'm not mistaken. Twins, Astros, Pirates, Indians. We're getting there, kids. We're getting there. Cubbies. There's Nico to 499. It is paper. And we have ourselves a hit for the Royals. How about that? With Bubik. And that's on the draft class card set. It's numbered to 250. So Latch, how about that? You came out all right as well tonight. Marlin, Padre, Brewer, Tiger. There's the last of the paper. An insert for Grayson Rodriguez and the Orioles. Padres insert. Then we are Mets, Blue Jays, Yankees, and there's an Estevan Florial refractor as well for the Yankees. All right. I see some green. And it is green for Ryder Green, numbered to 99 for the New York Yankees. Our refractors, Indians, A's, Marlins, and A's again. All right, we are down to what will be 2 hits left, and then our redemption, of course. Pirates, Lolo Sanchez. This is paper to 499. St. Louis Cardinals, Nolan Gorman. Woohoo! We did conjure it up. Oh, nice. Oh, it held on right to the bitter end, though, didn't it? Next to last pack. But there is our last box mojo at work with Nolan Gorman coming out for the Cardinals. So now officially, each of you who were nice enough to pick up one of those unpaid teams has been handsomely rewarded. Now, all of you with hits and a couple of you with multiple hits, and yay! John, I'm glad we got that for you. Were you getting nervous, though, man? It was like getting right down to the bitter end, weren't we? Oh, I was trying to conjure it for you, John. I was trying hard. I was glad to see it. All right, so we are in our last pack. Of course, we know our hit's not in this one. Our autograph hit's going to be in there. We'll have some parallels in here, perhaps, but our autograph hit in the other up there. So we've got Red Sox, Cardinals, Royals, and Padres for the refractor. John says yes, he was definitely sweating it out. Yeah, he picked that up on an eBay second chance because it looked like that the bidder wasn't going to pay. I mean, I'm always a little bit wary when I see someone who has zero feedback, like they signed up just today, then they don't answer your emails, and then you can just kind of get a feel a lot of times like where you're going to be in a spot of trouble. So I had emailed, John was the underbidder, and I had said, hey man, this may be available, and are you going to want it? And since he did, we were able to get that one done through eBay before the break. Nick Schnell, Tampa Bay Rays to $4.99. And I was certainly very appreciative of John picking it up, and I'm very glad that we were able to deliver on the Nolan Gorman for you. Bowman Sterling continuity. There's Triston Casas for the Red Sox. And another two-team card. Our last hit that we see live is Alek Thomas for the D-backs. Of course, we do still have the one that we're going to flip over here in a minute, so there's still one autograph waiting to be revealed, which we're about to do right now. So we'll check this out. We'll head to the Topps website, verify the team. Then I will go to random.org. Actually, we'll come back here and we'll go through how random works. We'll give away all those cards that have two teams on them, and then we will recap. So that's kind of the order in which things are going to go here as we get close to wrapping this one up. So our redemption is Anthony Siegler. As soon as I saw it, then yeah, I'm like, okay, that is exactly who we've been pulling out of redemptions. And, yeah, I should have remembered that, but I had forgotten. And it is in the draft pick autograph refractor parallel. So we'll just go take a little peek over at the Topps website so it can show us that that is a New York Yankee. But we'll put it all up here on the screen where everybody can see it. And I gotta find it on here. They redid this checklist page, and half the time I can't think where I'm going. All right, so we need to scroll down here into the autograph parallels and find Anthony Siegler to verify him on screen. Not that. Not anniversary. Draft pick. There we go. And there is Anthony Siegler, New York Yankees, exactly as we expected to find it. But you know me, I like it to be on the screen so everybody can see it. We don't have any questions about it. Except, what did I do with my marker? All right, well, I guess I've wandered off and laid my marker down somewhere. But anyway, this is New York Yankees. I usually write it on there. I'll have to write it on there after the break because I don't know what I've done with my marker. Okay, next up, we've got all this to deal with, and we've got two different teams on here. What I will do, because there's a gigantic stack of these, we're certainly not going to try to do them one at a time or anything even remotely like that. We're going to go to random.org. I'm going to type in left and I will type in right. I will hit random 3 different times, and wherever it ends on the third random will determine if that's going to go to the team on the left side of each of those cards or the team on the right-hand side of each of those cards. So that is how that's going to work. Anytime that I have something with 9 or fewer items in the list, we do random 3 times, and the third time is the one that determines. If I have 10 or more items in a list, we only do it once. But obviously this time we've only got the 2, so we'll be doing it 3 times. Okay, so you can ignore the first one, ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. There you'll see 3 times our date and time stamp. It goes to the team on the right-hand side. Now this first one happens to be in a sleeve. So I'm going to, well, I was going to say I'm going to write on it, but again, I can't do that because I've left my silly marker. But anyway, I'll do that again after the break to remind me that it's the team on the right-hand side. So that one, this is the one that is numbered. It is numbered to 250. It will be going to the Red Sox. So we have Rays, Red Sox, Pirates, Indians, Nationals, Rays, Mariner, D-back, Brave, Indian, Padre, D-back, Indian, Blue Jay, Indian, D-back, Padre, Red Sox, Indian, Diamondback, Brave, Reds, Mariners, Royals, Indians, Nationals, Red Sox, and Pirates. So that's how those are going to go. John, I just saw you type in something there about the Angels. Did you have a question about the something with the Angels that I can answer, maybe, hopefully, or find out if I don't know? Tristan Casas, Red Sox. These are all the Bowman Sterling continuities. Travis Swaggerty for the Pirates. Casey Mize, the Tigers. There's Grayson Rodriguez for the Orioles. This is an image variation, I'm fairly certain, for the Phillies with Alec. So I had set it aside because I believe that it is. Brady Singer and Alec again. Jonathan, India, Nick Madrigal, Jared Kelenic, and Ryan Weathers. So those are all of our Bowman Sterlings, plus the one for the Phillies that I think is the image variation. These are numbered or parallels or the sparkle parallels that aren't signed. Sorry, guys. Good grief. What the heck was that? I don't know. Whenever you see the royal blue, it's going to be numbered to 150. You see this lighter color blue, it's to 499. When you see purple, it will be to 250. Our handsome gold cards are all to 50. And green are to 99. There's a second gold. There's that other Brady Singer I was thinking about. And there's, yeah, so now you kind of know what we're seeing here based on the colors. It's one thing you can always count on with Topps is they are very consistent. If a color is, you know, their orange are to 25 and their greens are to 99 and so on and so forth. It's always going to be that way in Topps. Sparkle for Nate Pearson and the Blue Jays. A sparkle for Josh Breaux and the Yankees. And a sparkle for the White Sox with Lindsey Delgado. There's another gold. This Tristan Casas is paper for the Red Sox, but to 50. And a sparkle Medina for the Phillies. So those are our sparkles and our numbered parallels. Now down to our autograph hits. I've laid my stupid marker down somewhere, but anyway, Anthony Siegler is a New York Yankee on the checklist. We did put that up on the screen to verify it so everybody could see it, and we know for sure that that is the way Topps has it assigned. So Anthony Siegler is a Yankee. The Diamondbacks, Alec Thomas. There's that nice Nolan Gorman for the St. Louis Cardinals. There's Bubbick to 250 on a draft class insert for the Royals. The Mariners hit with Logan Gilbert to 150. That's Tristan Pompey for the Marlins. The Mets with Carlos Cortez. The Yankees in Ryder Green. The Astros with Jason Schroeder. The Astros with another Jason Schroeder. But this one is a gold wave signature to 50. Nice. The Mets, Jared Kelenic, also very nice. Here's a handsome Casey Mize to 99 with the green parallel for the Tigers. Jonathan India and my Cincinnati Reds. Jordan Adams for the Angels. The Royals with Daniel Lynch. San Francisco Giants, Jake Wong. Texas Rangers, Cole Winn, refractor variation to 499. Will Banfield for the Marlins. Detroit Tigers, Cody Clemens. I love this hit too. That's purple parallel to 250. Kansas City Royals with Brady Singer. San Diego Padres, Ryan Weathers, gold wave to 50. Tampa Bay Rays, Shane McClanahan. The Washington Nationals, that's a blue wave, Tim Cate. Colorado Rockies, Ryan Rollison. Detroit Tigers, Parker Meadows. The Diamondbacks with Alec Thomas. Tampa Bay Rays with Tanner Dodson. The Angels with Jordan Adams to 250. The Mariners with Logan Gilbert, the second one, I believe, for him. And Bryce Terang with the Brewers got us started off tonight. So that is our break for tonight, guys and gals. I will put up the spreadsheet information one more time in case you missed it earlier. You can get your shipping information here, and we will also take a look at what's coming up in the days ahead. So once again, I am projecting that I can get this on the way to you probably Tuesday. And if it's possible to get it out faster than that, of course, you know I will. And if something unexpected were to occur, it could possibly move to Wednesday. But I hope, I think, I believe that Tuesday is probably when it will be heading your way. And one final reminder, of course, paper base cards had their own bidding spot and do not ship to the teams. The teams are going to get all that stuff that we stopped and looked at individually. So the numbered cards, the inserts, the chrome cards, and the autographs, the parallels, all that goes to the teams as normal. Tomorrow night, Panini One Football, my new favorite product. We're going to break another 20-box master case of that and some 2011 Crown Royal Football. Monday night, we're going to break the last case I have of 2018 Limited Football, and we're going to start on the last case I have of 2011 Prime Signatures Football. Tuesday, we'll open a Leaf Autograph Multisport jersey. That is sold by the last name. So, in other words, last name A. So if we pull out a jersey and the person's last name is Adams, it's going to go to A. If we pull it out and it's Graham, it's going to go to the G's, etc. Then a 3-box case of Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs. The checklist is amazing. You think I'm kidding about that. I'm really not. Look at it. Look at it when you pull up the break. It is truly amazing. Then we've got a 6-box case of 2019 Topps Series 1 Jumbo. It is full case break. Base cards will have its own bidding category there as well. On Wednesday, we'll be opening a Leaf Autograph full-size football helmet. Plates and Patches comes out on Wednesday. You know how I love my plates and patches. We're going to break a full 12-box case of that on release night, Wednesday night. Also, the back half of a case of 2011 Prime Signatures and another 3-box case of the Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs. Thursday night will be the multi-sport jersey break again. A third master case of Panini One Football, and the last case I have of Optic Basketball. So that's what the days ahead look like, and yeah, I guess that's it for us tonight then. So thanks again, everyone, for being here. I appreciate you spending part of your weekend with me, and hopefully we got some good hits for everybody. Enjoy your weekend. We will see you again tomorrow night. Bye now.